living together. Some say we should be very tight, because we are the same people. Some say we should have a little breathing space. But there was zero vote that would say we should not be together. So the kind of conversation that is going on in Nigeria today is a conversation that will make our ancestors to say, who trained these people? Who taught them politics? Because when we started, we already knew most of what people are debating today. Nigeria will remain one country under God.
Yes.
And that's why they issue us passport. Sometimes when you are afraid of, you just travel out for 6 weeks or whatever, come back, leave the rest of us here. Nigeria will be one country. However, the world is telling us where we should go. Many of the visions that our leaders had in the past, they knew what the world would be, that we have to fend for ourselves, that we will have a large population, and that large population is not empowered with resources, and if we are not in control of our affairs, it will be a basket case. So none of these problems that we are facing today that our leaders are saying, I just got to government, I'm not aware, I did not do it was this bad. 60 years ago, our leaders with minimum Western education knew that these were the challenges we will face. They knew. Sir Adebayo knew what the population of the North would look like. About this time. That's why they created the NNDC, created other programs. He also knew that we had diversity. There was no pretense. Neither Sir Adebayo, nor Malcolm Abida, or any of the leaders of the North. None of them was unaware that we had different religions in the North. None of them was unaware that we had different ethnicities. But one North, one people. And it was not just a slogan, it was a government policy. So when you enter the government house in Kaduna here, you will see Muslim, Christian, you see everybody doing their work. If there was a program being launched in Kaduna, you will find it as far away as Pakistan. You will find it in Ida, you will find it in Zunge, you find it everywhere. That was level, and there were no roads. Minimum rail services. Few airports, in Kano, Kaduna. But if you ask anybody, you found anywhere in Funtua, what is government policy on this, they will tell you. If the decision was made in the Northern Region House of Assembly, you go as far as what is Buso today, they will tell you. If you come to Ilorin, they will tell you. And they were able to do it effectively. And if you knew the number of public servants that they had, it was so minimal. The number of doctors in northern Nigeria when independence was received was less than 50. Now almost every family has a doctor. Our hypertension level is higher than before. So how many dams were in the north when they took over? We were just struggling to do KG Dam at that time. Now we have river basin authorities everywhere. It is now being used for politics. I traveled today and I went through many parts of Nigeria since yesterday and today. And I can tell you today, I don't want to offend anybody, but nobody has done river basin development like Arewa did up to now. So, I don't want to take your time. I know many great people have come out there today and have said a lot of things. So this new narrative we're saying is actually a new narrative to take us back to the past. Because if today you have elderly people and you ask them what they want, they are mostly going to say, give me back Sadaway and leave me alone. It means that the politics we have done in the last 50 years, we have just probably wasted our time. But maybe now is the time to harvest it. And anybody who don't do complicated examination, or anybody who wants to leave Nigeria, The person doesn't know northern Nigeria, they are space 65%. And if you are going to any school and you have a student and they say, well, we have done continuous assessment, which carries 65%, and that student scores 0, are you going to recommend the student to write the final exam? She does 35. Because northern Nigeria is 65%. If Nigeria is going to make it 65%, it's northern Nigeria. If Nigeria doesn't want to make it 65%, it's northern Nigeria. That is why our result sheet for governance is collected in the north. Even when we had a government in Lagos, we knew that if we did not get the north right, we will not get anything right. If you want to eat food in a restaurant, 65% of the food will go for the north. If you want to say your army should march on your land, 65% of the land you want to march on is in the north. If you are talking of population, and in the democracy, people are not meant for voting only. The usefulness of a Nigerian is not that he has only this tongue to vote for politicians. It's that he has a brain, he has a mind, he has spirituality. He can pray for his country, he can work for his country, he can live for his country, and he can die for his country. That is when you say you have the population. And you must reconcile the people to the country. And the problem of Nigerian politicians today is that they make Nigeria to hate their country. Because we are a united people with disunited leaders. But the disunity of Nigerian leaders is a construct. It is an alibi to escape responsibility. So when you have children at home who are hungry, the mother and father will start fighting. So the children won't have time to ask, we are hungry, who will feed us? So Nigerian leaders know what they are doing. Most of the grievances you hear on television, and I was telling you, we were discussing with someone that I know yesterday, or we told somebody, I told the person, we had a visitor who was talking and talking. I said, listen, the Nigerian masses are wiser than the elite. The only reason why you hear my voice, Professor Bukugaji, and Dr. Sadiq, and Solomon Dalon, that we have access to the media, other people, Nigerian people. When we have debated for 2 years, and you go and ask somebody who is making a suya somewhere to summarize Nigeria for you, he will give you in 2 sentences everything we have been debating. They know that what we are fighting are the grievances of the elite. That Tinubu is president today is the conspiracy of the elite. Because somebody spent billions and trillions, and at the end of the day, he got 8 million votes. That's not how Nigerians vote. It's the conspiracy of the elite. And that conspiracy of the elite has collapsed in the head of the elite. So the elite, the Nigerians are watching the elite to say, let them sort themselves out. Because when the economy was balanced, poor did not get anything. When you were giving subsidy, they got nothing. When you remove subsidy, they got nothing. So when your politics is right, they got nothing. When it was military, they got nothing. When it is civilian, they got nothing. This time around, people are disturbing and talking. This meeting is not about Tinubu. This is not a conspiracy to remove Tinubu from power. Tinubu removed himself long ago by himself. What we are doing now is to get a national consensus on governance. This is not a conspiracy against one person. Let Tinubu alone. He himself put power long ago. What we are discussing now is let's have a new conversation where nobody can escape and say, I am from the south, or not. I'm a Christian or I'm a Muslim. When we were campaigning, and I'll conclude with this, when we were campaigning in the 2023 election, and they came up with this notion, when they were announcing running mates, and I was together with Solomon Dalon, and they announced that APC wanted to do Muslim. He was very angry. And I said, well, why are you angry? He said, no, because these people want to divide the country. And we need to not allow it. He was very angry. I said, don't disturb yourself. I know you are fighting because you feel it's unjust, but don't disturb yourself. Because I know this mission they have embarked upon, it cannot succeed. Because they are looking for Muslim people. They are looking for 2 Muslims. Would they even manage to have 1 Muslim out of the 2? Because if you are going to have 2 Muslims, I will vote for them forever. If you are going to have 2 Christians, I will vote for them forever. The problem is that they cannot find 1 Muslim. They're looking for two. That is the problem of the government. So thank you very much.